Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at Herne Lane Caravan and Motorhome Club site in Somerset, and I'm on site because I'm going to be making a comparison between a camper van and a compact motorhome. So if you're undecided between the two, or you just want a little bit of advice, then hopefully this is the video that might answer some of your questions. Which is best for you, a camper van or a compact motorhome? So let's just go through what those actual vehicle terms mean. So this is a Bailey Endeavour camper van. This video today is going to be based on the Bailey range. Obviously, if you're interested in a different manufacturer, I suggest you head to their website and make those comparisons, but the stuff we talk about today should be helpful. Now, when we talk about camper vans, what Bailey as a manufacturer do, they take a base vehicle, this is Ford, they use the exterior of the vehicle and they put their own interior within it. So there's no changes to the actual vehicle itself as such. As you see it, it still looks like a van. Some people call them van conversions. On a motorhome, for example here on the Alora, what Bailey have done is they've again taken that same Ford. We still have the Ford cab and we have the Ford chassis on this, but everything backward of the cab, Bailey of Bristol have actually put that on. And this is therefore creating a low profile or a coach built motorhome. Now, when we talk about compact motorhomes, we're not talking about length. If you use the phrase compact, we actually mean the width. Now, a compact motorhome such as this, it's 2.1 metres wide. Most motorhomes will be somewhere between 2.2 to 2.4 metres wide. 2.1 metres is compact. And what we see here, this is what you want to be looking for. You want these wing mirrors closer to the body, you don't want the extended arms, and you don't want the vehicle habitation to be protruding out. So we want this flatter finish that we can see here. Now on a camper van, the camper van here is also 2.1 metres wide. Now, depending on the manufacturer, it might be that your camper van is from 2 metres wide to 2.1 like this. So again, because this is on Ford, we can just take a closer look. We've still got these wing mirrors that again have these shorter arms. The benefit of a camper van and a compact motorhome is if you're wanting to park these on your drive, they're narrower. When you go away on your travels, they're much easier to park in public car parks because you can generally get them within one bay due to the width. So those are the advantages of both of these vehicles. Now, in terms of weight, many camper vans are 3.5 tonnes or 3,500 kilos, so you can drive them on your category B, and the same with compact motorhomes. Nearly all the manufacturers, I'd say, that produce a compact motorhome or a narrow width, you're going to have the 3.5 tonne capability. So that's great. You don't need your C1 to get in one of these vehicles. In terms of length, now camper vans, you'll find most of them range from 5.4 metres to 6 metres and 36, depending on the base vehicle and the manufacturer. This one by Bailey is 5 metres and 98 centimetres, so it's a sub 6 metre camper van. These are great for parking in public car parks. You can get a 6 metre in a parking bay with a little bit of overhang, so these are very practical. You can also use a camper van like this as an everyday vehicle. You can go to the shops in this, you can do various errands in it, whatever you choose. So that is also the benefit of a camper van over a motorhome. Now the Alora, compact motorhome, 6 metres and 99 centimetres. And many of the compact motorhomes are generally around this size, a sub 7 metre. So you're going quite a bit longer than your average camper. As you can see, we've got more of an overhang on this. Now, when it comes to parking, you do have to think when you're in a public car park about taking 2 bays or having a generous overhang. So these are the comparisons to make. In terms of height, to be fair, campers and motorhomes, they're going to be fairly similar. This one is 2 metres and 82 centimetres in height, and this one's 2 metres and 85. So regardless, you're not going under height barriers with either of them. So height-wise, not too much of an issue. Let's just come round the back and have a little talk about storage next, because If storage is important to you, you'll need to think if a campervan's right for you. So let's look in the back of the Endeavour. Now this one has a rear lounge. There's various layouts on campervans. Rear lounge is not a common one particularly. You normally get a fixed bed, depending on the manufacturer. But this, on the Endeavour, you can have both a fixed bed going across the back or a lounge. The benefit on a campervan with a fixed bed is you'll generally get more storage here underneath that actual bed. So that might be a better option for you if you want to take more equipment with you. On this one, what you do get is a storage compartment under a lounge seat, and the same here on the near side. So you will get some storage under the seats, but you do need to think, where are you going to put your camping table, your chairs? You might have e-bikes or bikes, you might have other outdoor equipment. So slight compromise sometimes on campervans. With a motorhome like this one, generally you're going to get a garage. So let's have a look. Now the benefit of this is plenty of storage. Now if we look in here, you've got room in here for bikes, tables, chairs, levelling ramps, hose pipes, your cooking equipment, your barbecues, you name it, you can fit it in there. And that is a benefit on a compact motorhome as opposed to a campervan. Right, let's go back to the camper and start looking internally. Now, in terms of optional extras, I mean, for example, things like awnings. This one actually comes standard on this one, but not on the Alora. But depending on the manufacturer, things like this can always be added if they're not standard. So don't get overly preoccupied with what's on it, such as Wi-Fi, aerial, solar panel. These are all aftermarket products. We need to look at the main practicalities for the end user. Now, if I venture in, what you'll notice straight away on a campervan is you get a big sliding door, and that is across the board. This is great in nice weather like today, although it is a little bit gusty, but in nice weather you can have this open, fresh air coming in, absolutely great. In cold weather, you're going to slide it back a little bit to get out of it, and you will lose a lot of your heat. So that is something to consider. You've also got this. Quite a bit of slamming. Some campervans have electric closing doors, but you're going quite a bit up the range there. So that's something to consider if you're happy with a big sliding door. Now coming in, because a compact motorhome such as the Alora's 2.1 metres and this campervan is, in terms of the actual internal width space, you're not going to find much difference. You will find a difference though of length on this one, because we're talking a metre's difference, but it does depend on the one you're going for. So in a campervan, what you will find is they do feel a much smaller space, and it does depend on the model you've gone for. However, they're very well equipped. I'm starting back here and then we'll work our way back through the camper. Now, as I said, this one has a rear lounge, as we can see. These are single beds. You can use these as singles on this version. The good length as well, 6'3" long. It also converts into a double. And the benefit of this is you've got a really nice lounge area and then bedroom space on a night time. As you can see, plenty of storage. You're not sort of losing any of the features. This one has Truma heating. It runs on diesel and electric, so you're going to be nice and warm. They've passed the insulation test. They've been through the cold chambers, so you can use a camper like this all year round, not a problem. Kitchen space, depending on the manufacturer, is really going to depend on the size of the kitchen and the equipment you're going to get. Endeavour, that we're in now, you're going to get gas burners, so no problem for cooking inside if the weather's not good, gas oven and grill, extra storage flap, and on this one you do get quite a clever washroom facility. Now, depending again on the camper that you might go for, depends on the layout. You will find the compromise on a vehicle this size is going to be this washroom. On this one, you slide this round, and if you want to just come in, you'll see you are going to get a Thetford toilet on board, so you're not losing out. You're getting your Thetford loo. You will get your sink, and this one has a sink tap that pulls out and you utilise it as a shower as well. So a campervan, the compromise is probably always going to be the washroom, but for a vehicle this size, sub 6 metres, you're going to get that equipment. On this one, again, they're all pretty much the same depending on the base vehicle. So this one's got the automatic transmission. You're still going to get on something like this, rear view cameras and a nice finish at the front. This particular one is a 2-berth vehicle, so it's designed for 2 people. But as you can see in a campervan, plenty of height, not a bad vehicle at all. So that's the campervan. So what you've got to think about with that is, are you looking more for an everyday vehicle, something you can use, something you can get on the drive, shoot out in it, not a problem? Might be the one for you. This one's priced at £70,000. It gives you an idea what you're going to get for £70,000. Let's say it's got the heating, it's got the cooking facilities, the onboard washroom, it's got a compressor fridge and freezer. So that is the campervan style. Now let's go around and take a look inside the motorhome. Now the motorhome, we've got that nice garage at the back. This one doesn't actually have an awning fitted to it, but you can have that. And again, it depends on the manufacturer. This has got solar and an aerial as well. Now, as you can see on this, we have a habitation door on the near side, not a sliding door. If I just close this, so you can see the finish on it. And obviously, when you're opening that up, you're not letting all your heat out like on a sliding door, you're in and out. And this one has got a fly screen here as well. Let's go in and have a look inside the compact motorhome. Now you do have to take on board that this is nearly 7 metres long, so it is going to feel a little bit more spacious. But in here, the motorhome gives more space. That is definitely the feel. However, are you going to nip to Tesco's twice a week in this to do your shop? Probably not, because you might not shop at Tesco's, but no, this is not really a shoot out to the shops or drop the kids at the swimming pool type of vehicle. This is get in it and go away for a few days, a week, whatever, touring wherever you're going. Different layouts are available. On the Alora, we have the dinette. You've got a table that's currently situated in the garage, but you can see we've got more headroom as well, which is a bonus, especially if you're tall. Everything feels more open here. Different finishes, sunroofs, all this sort of thing that you're going to find. I mean, this one, for example, got the television bracket here. You can get a big telly on there. The storage lockers, plenty more storage. And then I'll just come up here. And again, a really good fitted kitchen because it's longer. We've got more going on in here. So we have our, this particular one has a electric hot plate, the gas burners, the dual oven and grill. This one also has the Truma diesel heating as well, like the Endeavour by Bailey. So we've got diesel and electric functions on the heating. And here we've got a huge tower fridge and freezer. So with a motorhome, generally you've got more capacity to have a larger fridge or freezer like this one. But this one again, compressor, only runs off electric. Beds. Generally on compact motorhomes, you'll have several layouts available. This is a transverse bed, so obviously head up here, feet down here. You can also get island beds and twin or longitudinal beds. So there are those options and good sized beds as well. So if a fixed bed is important and a lounge, then the motorhome's going to give you both. On the campervan, the compromise is you're going to have one or the other. Bathrooms on this one are compact. Again, the compact motorhomes, because of the size, you're going to get an all-in-one 9 times out of 10. Thetford swivel loo again, and the sink with mirror. Now what's interesting on this one, I'll just demonstrate this. This one's on the Alora, a slide. So we pull that down and we slide this across. And then there's a shower curtain that you're going to pull around yourself. And this, as well as being your sink tap, is also your shower tap. And you can also just attach that up there. So you're going to get the practicality of that. So what I'd say with the compact motorhome is generally these do feel a lot more spacious because they are more spacious, and it depends if that's important to you or not. Let's dive back outside and just have a look again at the exterior on these. I'll let Jules follow me out. So compact motorhome, you're going to have the cab and then the manufacturer's body that they build onto it. Varies by manufacturer. We can see the Alora. And then the camper van built within the actual van itself. and with that sliding door. Now, I think it really is a personal preference. The campervan is going to give you a lot more agility, but with the compromise on the space. The motorhome is going to give you more space, but it is generally a little bit longer, so you're going to have to think which works best for you. Price, as I say, this one £70,000, that Alora £75,500. Many of the manufacturers of the compact motorhomes, you will find the motorhome price is a little bit more, and it also depends on which one you go for. Insurance wise, similar to Insure, because of the types of vehicle they are. In terms of tax, again, very similar. So there aren't many differences in that respect. And if you want storage, because they're a similar size, storage costs are going to be the same. It is a total personal preference. The difference really comes down to space. That is the Bailey Endeavour and the Bailey Alora. If you've got any questions, do bob them down there in the comments. What I will say is we previously owned a compact motorhome, not a Bailey, but a compact motorhome. It was 7 metres long, it was 2.1 metres wide, and we found that an excellent motorhome. We had a really good sized garage. When we were down Cornwall and Devon areas, it was a lot easier to manoeuvre than a standard motorhome at 2.3 or 2.4 metres long, because the wing mirrors are certainly not as wide and the body is much narrower than on one of those, and it made life a lot easier. It's definitely a much more agile vehicle, so if you're considering a compact motorhome, it could well be a good option for you if you're concerned about size. Right, there we go. So look around both of them. Thank you to Bailey of Bristol, who brought these vehicles onto site so we could have a look around them and explore a couple of the features. And thank you to the Caravan and Motorhome Club, who've let us come here to Herne Lane and film on site. I'm going to enjoy the sunshine now, despite the cold wind. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.